Hi everyone, welcome to my Excel VBA YouTube channel. So today I am going to show you how to create a data entry application with Unicode characters. So this is our sheet, Excel sheet where we save our data. So we will enter the data through a form like this. So I have created the form already with the labels and text boxes and with two buttons like this. So the challenge here is that as you can see, these are Unicode characters. So this is actually a different language called Sinhala. So but the problem is if we copy paste this data to a VBA form caption, label caption. So if we select this label, normally what we do is we will enter the caption here. But when we enter Unicode characters, it becomes a question marks like this. So we cannot enter Unicode characters in here. So in this video I will show you how to overcome this and create a form with these Unicode characters. So if you have Unicode characters, you can see in the formula bar also the same font are visible in here, text are visible in here. But if we let's create another Excel sheet. So I will enter some values here. So I will change the font type to that same language, Sinhala language from this area, and I will let's change the whole column, text of whole column to that language like this. And now if we type letters, it write the letters in this Sinhala language. But if we look at this formula bar, the values in the formula bar is shown as the English text like this, but in the cell the values are in other language. But if we have the characters in the Unicode, as you can see, both are in that same characters. So now what we can do is we cannot directly enter the data to this caption. So let's uh, name these labels in some kind of pattern. For example, I will enter this first label as LBL1 and the second one as LBL2, third one LBL3, fourth one LBL4, 3, 4, 5. So this should be LBL5, and this should be LBL6. This is 7. This one is 8, 9, 11 and 12. So we have I have now created the name the labels in order like this: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it is correct. Now we need these same captions, same text in these labels. So first I will create another sheet. Let's rename this as help sheet, and I will copy paste, because these, as you can see, the 1 and 2 rows are merged in here, so I will enter them some kind of order in this one. So I will transpose the when I paste it to here, and maybe we can delete this column, and from this area I only need these 3, so I will copy paste only those 3 values and paste it here, and now copy paste these next 3 and paste it again. Delete this one because it is merged, so I don't need any colors or colors here or any formatting, because this is only, this will be hidden at the end of the once we develop the program. So now these are the caption we need in these labels here. So now what we can do is we can open this coding area by double click this form, double click on this form, so let's delete this data from here. So this is how we can, if we have font, we can set the font like this, but it is not working for Unicode, so let's delete this part. Now we will let's create let's select the user form from here and click the initialize, select the initialize event. So now we can write it like this: lim I integer equals 1 2. So we have 12 labels for I equals 1 to 12. Next type, so name of our user form is frm title. So this is the name of our user form dot controls. So we are going to loop through the labels and add the caption, and I dot caption equals so I will make sure whether this is capturing, the screen record is capturing whole window here. So here I can, before that we need to define our worksheet as well. So let let's here you need to write the name. So we have now created the variable. So we have the values in column A, so we can use column range A and I dot value. So now let's save this file, and if we press F5 here, so as you can see it's now automatically populate this data. So as you can but here we don't have enough space for this, so let's modify our form little bit. So let's move these text boxes to give more space to the labels, and let's increase the width of the labels like this. Now if we go to the VBA form and press F5, so we have enough space here. So topmost label, I created it for the title of this form. We can add the same amount of space to make the appearance more professional appearance like this, and let's move these two, sorry, little more right like this. So now program automatically write the Unicode characters to these captions of the labels. I think the space is not enough for the font, so maybe we can increase the width of each label to height of the label to 24. So select all these labels, and then we can set height once for all of them. Also we can change the tab index as well. So here I will set the tab index 0 for this one, and 1, 2, so then user can easily navigate through the tab key using tab key. Four, 5, 6, 11. So we have set the tab index as well. So now it automatically, the mouse point automatically goes to this first text box, and if we press this tab key, it automatically go down like this. Then it goes to the enter and menu. Now our next step is saving this entered data to this sheet. So we need to add the code to this enter button to do that. So let's go to the form again and double click on this enter button. So now let's create the code for data entering part. So I will name the variable worksheet variable as ws. So program will always in this because we will hide this help sheet at the end, so we can use this sheet using the active sheet method. So I will set this variable by active sheet. Now what we need to do is, before enter the data, we need to find the end of this sheet. So we can define another variable called last row as long. So we can enter a very large amount of data if we define like that. Then let's find this last row. So this is the formula to find the last row. You can get the last row by one line like this if you use this formula. So let's see whether it find the last row. Maybe we can use an immediate window to find that. So now the last row should be 2 because data is on only first 2 rows. Let's press Ctrl G to get the immediate window. So now if we press F5 and click enter, so let's check what is the reason. I think there's a small mistake here. Now let's run it again. Now I click the enter button, and as you can see it has 2 here. So let's enter some values. Maybe I will copy paste this text from here and enter it here. Now enter another line here. So now the last row should be 4. So let's check whether it works like that. Click on the form and press F5 to run the program and click enter. now it is 4, so it is working correctly. Now we need to find the, so we can declare another variable like data entering row as long, so we can assign this last row +1 to that value. So this is the row where we need to enter the data. So now we need to enter the names for these text boxes. So I will use that same pattern here, txt1. So we normally it is always advisable to use some meaningful names, but here the problem is these characters, this language is different, so but I cannot use that language in this VBA form, so that's the problem. 1 2 3 4, so something went wrong, I think. 3. So I actually copy pasted these text boxes from another form, so that's why there's already names like this. This is the 8, this is txt. So this is txt means actually that is a conventional naming method we use for the text boxes, and lbl is for the labels, cbo for the combo boxes. So there's a conventional method used in this VBA. So you can see Microsoft documentation regarding that if you want. So now I have changed the names of all text boxes. Let's go to the again coding area. So now what we need to do is we need to enter this data from the text boxes to this data entering row. So we can do it like this. First data should be entered the column A, so range A and I, data entering row dot value equals me, or maybe we can use the, so I think I accidentally changed the form name, so I think here foreign title, so I have accidentally changed the form name to txt4. So let's change it again. Now we can use the name of the form like this, title, and then txt1 dot value. So now let's check whether this program enter that. So I will copy paste this sample text from here to enter here from the form and press F5, and if we enter this Unicode text here, it will enter to the Excel sheet like this. So if we look at this sheet, now this data is added here. Also actually we can use even the without Unicode, we don't need to actually use Unicode text for this, so we can just enter any values test. So if we enter English letters like this, so it will also work without any problem. Like this. So let's delete this data and complete the rest of the program. Double click on the enter button, and we can just copy paste this for few times. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we can easily change these letters because we are entering in same order. F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and here let's change these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this. So to test this, I will enter some fake values like this, not Unicode values. J. So I'm only entering some letters only to check this, and if we click enter, now we can check whether it, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So data are entered correctly, and once the data is entered, we need to clear this as well. Once this, for example, if we, so I will take some text from here to a notepad. So I will enter some fake values like this here, and when we click enter, it add the data to this sheet, but it is but then we need to clear this form to enter next set of data. So to do that, we need to write a small part similar to this LBL caption method. So we can just copy paste this thing from here, and instead of the LBL we can use, so I followed that same order here to make it easier to use this technique. Now we can enter blank like this. So next, if we run this program again, and I will enter some few values here. If we click enter, variable is not defined, I forgot to define it. So if we click enter, file title controls, sorry, this is not text boxes doesn't have any caption, so we need to use dot value here instead of caption. Now as you can see, the data entered to the sheet, and also this form is also cleared. The final step is we need to let the user that the data saved successfully. Maybe we can ask the program to save the file as well. So active workbook.save, and then give message to the user, data saved successfully. We can format the message box like this, so it will give some kind of sound alert, some formatted message box. Save the program and F5 to run it again. So now let's again enter some Unicode values from here. Maybe the English letters from here. Click enter. Data saved successfully. Now you can enter another set of values. So I am just copy paste it here because I don't have this keyboard to enter this language here. But if you have that, if you have enabled the keyboard, you can directly enter the text as well. So now data is entered to the sheet. Also we need to hide this help sheet as well. So to hide this help sheet, go to this help sheet and right click on its name and then click hide. However, if you don't want your user to unhide that sheet, then you can hide it programmatically as well. You can insert a module and then create a new module, new subroutine called hide sheet like this, and then dot visible equals Excel query hidden. Now if you So if you hide this in this method, you can right click and unhide this help sheet like this. But if we run this hide sheet macro by clicking this one, now it is hidden, but you can't see with unhide option. It is not shown here. So you can use that method to hide it if you don't want your users to manually unhide it. And if you want to see it again, you can just change it to visible equals true. Now if we run this one by clicking this button, so it will again visible in here. So I will make it invisible like this. Also in our application we use active sheet option when entering the data. So here we have used this active sheet. So if you have more than one sheet in your application, then if the sheet you have selected is not the sheet you are entering the data, then there will be a problem, because then the data will be entered to different worksheet. Also, if you have hide this data, if the data is hidden from the user, then also there will be a problem, because this hidden sheet is not activated. So to avoid that problem, we can use sheet index instead of active sheet. For example, in this application also I have several sheets, some of them are hidden. So if so I know that this index of this sheet is sheet 2, this one. So instead of active sheet, we can directly use sheet 2 here. Then we can either hide the sheet, or we can have a lot of Excel sheets within our file. So there won't be any problem, because we are reference the sheet using this index number. So this is how we can create a data entry application, work with Unicode characters. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in this video, and if you like this video, give it thumbs up and subscribe to my Excel VBA YouTube channel for more tutorials. Thanks for watching.